Hey there, Dark Star here, with some random flying for today. We got a new chat up. Still trying out the Discord thing. Link in the description. You can join the Discord and chat on the stream. If you do join the Discord, you might want to mute the stream or mute the Discord or something. Else we'll probably get feedback. That'll probably happen anyway. I do not have a plan for today. Today was a very busy work day. Let's see. I suppose I should link from the Discord back to the YouTube too, but it's probably not important right now. Let's see, how do we do the chat thing on there? You can open the chat, but it does a weird thing where the chat's on the side. Choose an activity. Nah. Those are silly. Well, the first thing I was thinking to do, I mean, there was an update today. There wasn't really much in the release notes. So we picked it up 1.4.12. Crash and Sim Connect, I guess that might be a good thing in some cases. Fixed ribbon assistance choices applied to ribbons. I'm not sure what ribbons are. Like taxi ribbons, maybe? Ooh, sorry about that. Yeah, maybe taxi ribbon? They do call that a ribbon. I think they did make this work so you could turn off flight path. Let's try it, because it's been on the past few days. I'm cool with taxi ribbons, though. I can't hear anything, though. Let's switch to headphones. There we go. Let's double check the stream. We need to turn on Discord if anyone joins. I don't know, I think I'll just have some fun first and then maybe do a more serious flight. But I'm thinking a shorter one. Let's check out career mode a little bit. They don't have the yellow markers on here again, that's good. Pretty sure there's no new certifications. Specializations are the same. Don't see any differences there. Nothing in fleet overview, unfortunately. Like, can you imagine going and repairing all of these? Goodness. I'm guessing they didn't do anything to fix charter. What are these guys doing, man? It's been weeks and they haven't fixed charter. I mean, I do software development, I get it, but it feels like a lot of this is management priorities, not developer necessarily. It's like charter's the one thing I want to fly, really. Medical's okay. Got really tired of medium cargo though. Although I do like the PC-24. Do they still have... Are any of the medium cargo PC-24 missions? I don't understand their random decision to display things. I always like the little ferry flights too. It's fun for getting to try out different planes. There's a PC-12. No PC-24s? There's a PC-24 mission. Let's give this one a shot. Oh, let's check out the deets first. I haven't done this in so long. I don't, I almost forget. We always want to check out our departure runway links. Okay, 3000, that's okay. This has an RNAV, that's a good sign. It's only 2,500, landing on grass in the dark. I think I'm gonna pass on that one. Let's, like, I would take it, but it has to be at least somewhat of a lit runway to fly in the dark. Oh yeah, let's switch to freelancer anyway. Oh, if we switch to freelancer, we need to be near our plane. Okay, here we are. I hope. I don't know which one this is. That could be the medical one. I guess we'll find out when it says. I get a chance to look at it. Yeah, 1 million? No, thank you. Let's assume our PC-24 is somewhere else. They gotta work on this, man. It's just too hard to find where your planes are. And like, you can't even figure out where your planes are. You just have to kind of guess. We actually should be able to look on here. I was trying to see if we had a nice juicy one we could do. These pay less than I remember. I do remember that the ones that pay more tend to have many little runways to land on. Are we in the dark here? This is what I didn't like about career mode. It's so hard to get missions. There's a spindier one. Oh man, I want to skip to descent, but we get to fly over the Alps. Look at that, that's ridiculous. That must not be the right PC-24, I'm guessing. Okay, here's one. And now we have to change the time again because it doesn't remember, of course. Ooh, I like, this looks like a bad weather one maybe. Still 400,000 turns. Okay, and it's so tedious to drill down every single time, go back to here, go find the other one, and check the runway. And then, no, I don't think I can land that on a 1,000-foot runway. Like, who are you kidding? And then, guess what? It changed the time again. So if you pick another mission and you go into it, no, you have to go change the time again. And then try another mission, and again, and again, and again, and again. It's just kind of endless. And that's why I stopped doing career mode about a month and a half ago. Like, just show me the runway links. You picked runways, show me how long they are. That one's flyable. $4,000 kilometers away. I have no idea where these planes are for different companies. Needs to tag the company to the plane too. Okay, if we're gonna skip to descent, then we need way less fuel. For one, I want to see if the steering works. When you skip to descent, I am virtually sure they wouldn't have done anything. Look how dirty it is, nice. They did a good job on that. One thing I do like is you can reach everything you need from here. They should do that on more planes. I don't mind doing it. I kind of like a little bit, but I don't like having to crouch and get closer and closer and closer and closer. Let's do it the hard way. I'm trying to get better at starting these things. All right. Okay, parking brake is on. Batteries come on. I'm not going to do the flight plan right now. We already checked fuel. Passenger sign should come on.
TAWS system test. Okay.
And I would think that they should do this first, like batteries on, signs on, or maybe, you know, whatever, but like you would enter your flight plan while the plane is loading and stuff, right? You wouldn't do it before you turn on the passenger signs, I don't think. All right, we want to get... Now this says nav lights on, which is fine. I don't really care. But, oh, come on. Really, it should be the beacon, right? And then this has oxygen come on early, which I'm okay with. I don't know. And then power is idle. Engine master is run. Let's do left first, I guess. And then right engine start. Did I say right? There it goes. Start ignition. Oh, this is right. Right. I just wanted to do left first. Can't see the engines from here. Alright, that generator can come on now. Go ahead and get cabin lights on too. We should probably turn all three of these on when we do that first part. Okay, battery drain has ceased. Well, it's flickering on and off. That's a bug I've noticed recently. Wait, we're not done yet. Alright, let's get that generator on. One thing I'm going to need to do is I kind of need to use the ATC endgame. I wish that it had a way to easily switch that. So I need the sound up. It really helps me to have the subtitles. Oh, subtitles are on. Okay. And I don't think there's any assistance needed. Let's crank that down a little.
Tower, Dark Star Charlie Tango Alpha, Tree 8 IFR to Romeo Papa Alpha Lima, ready to copy.
Dark Star Charlie Tango Alpha Tree 8 is cleared to Romeo Papa Alpha Lima Airport. As filed, expect runway 20. Maintain flight level 440. Departure frequency is 1 tree decimal 1, squawk 112 tree.
Oh yeah, did they fix this? That one's visible.
Cleared to Romeo Papa Alpha Lima, as filed, runway 20, maintain flight level 440. Departure frequency is 1 tree decimal 1, squawk 112 tree, Dark Star Charlie Tango Alpha Tree 8.
Dark Star Charlie Tango Alpha Tree 8, readback is correct. Contact ground on 118.
Maybe there is an assistance we need to check. We don't have auto trim on, do we? No. Okay. There's a... I guess you can't change your co-pilot.
Decimal 1 when ready to taxi. Good day.
Sensitive cargo containers are designed to withstand turbulence, but keep a steady flight speed and adjust accordingly. A timely and secure delivery will ensure that everyone is satisfied.
Ground, Dark Star Charlie Tango Alpha Tree 8, ready to taxi, IFR.
Dark Star Charlie Tango Alpha Tree 8, taxi to and hold short of runway 20 via the taxiway. Contact tower on 118.1 when ready.
Taxi to and hold short runway 20 using taxiway. Dark Star Charlie Tango Alpha Tree 8.
Let's go and get flaps, trim. I like a lot more trim than it's comfortable having. I don't think the trim, I'm sure in the real plane it's accurate. You wouldn't want that much trim. But I think the sim is just wrong. I don't think it has a good flight model for this plane. Alright, flight controls are good. We're still working on avionics, but we can get the first thing on. We get our synthetic vision on. Okay, brakes are good. We're gonna get those set up. We're okay with the CAS warnings, and lights will be as required. Right now we've got taxi on, and I'm trying to get better about doing my checklists and making sure everything is done properly. We do have checklists here. We could say brakes, flight instruments, CAS. What? Okay, lights are ready for taxi. Oh, no, that's before takeoff. So let's uncheck lights. We'll try and at least use these. Oh, right, I forgot. I'm like, why do we have no fuel? Because I defueled because we're going to skip to descent. Okay. So we are cleared to taxi. Taxi using taxiway. So helpful. Ah, lag, lag, lag. Navigraph lag. Shoot. That is not an actual taxiway. Now this is the flight I did yesterday, not the flight I have loaded right now. I'm thinking it won't, like, why does it take so much force to get going? Like, the computer thinks you're trying to take off. The plane won't move.
Tower, Dark Star Charlie Tango Alpha Tree 8 ready for IFR departure, runway 20.
Dark Star Charlie Tango Alpha Tree 8, QNH 1010. Cleared for takeoff, runway 20.
Well, you know, we could just go for the charts in here, but it doesn't... I think
Dark Star Charlie Tango Alpha Tree 8. Did you copy?
Cleared for takeoff runway 20. Dark Star Charlie Tango Alpha Tree 8.
Okay, RCCM. There's a search, right? RCCM. Well, looking at the windsock, I'm glad we're taking off on 2-0. Engine anti-ice is not on, it's on auto. Why? Like, why is it stuck? Okay. What was our flight plan? 0? Nice, okay. I guess we'll just see what we get. That looks like a pretty short runway to me. It looks like we need to take off. Turn left. Get out of here. Should be good. High terrain, we will miss. We got flaps, we got trim. We have our flight plan up so we can see. We have an initial altitude dialed in. We need to get our auto throttle set for supposed to be 700. I'm sorry, 700. Woo! I wish. 170 is what it should be set for. But that's too slow. This is a monster plane. All right, we're holding the brakes. We got to get our landing lights on. Taxi lights can go off. We'll just have them on. Strobe is already on. Instruments look good. Engines are green. All right.
V1, rotate.
There we go. Gear up. Flaps coming up.
Dark Star Charlie Tango Alpha, tree 8 contact Taipei Center on 1 tree 1. Good day.
1 tree 1 for Dark Star Charlie Tango, Alpha Tree 8. Taipei Center, Dark Star Charlie Tango Alpha Tree 8 is at 1,200 feet climbing flight level 440.
Dark Star Charlie Tango Alpha, Tree 8, Taipei Center, QNH 1010, radar contact, continue.
Okay, we did get our lights on. All right, we got gear up. Yaw dampener on. Flaps are up. MCP is set. We're actually on auto throttle now. Landing and taxi lights off. Now I know in the bigger liners they keep them on until they get up to 10,000. I don't think we have to. And I honestly don't know when you would use these, except maybe bad weather or for increased visibility at busy airports. That's what I've read.
Feet.
I'm gonna go ahead and go to standard barometer. Let's check out our destination airport. RPAL. What? Uh-oh. I guess we get no charts whatsoever. Let's see if we can change our arrival. So according to this, oh wait, it changed. Maybe that was a different one I was looking at. Runway, we're not like getting hosed here, are we? Right? Okay, that's way big enough. It's even asphalt. Wow, okay. And there's no charts and no, weird. Where are we even? Okay. I wish they would fix this bug too. So I know this is roughly the Indonesian area. I don't know specifically what these are. I don't want to say what I think it is because I'm probably wrong. Formosa, maybe. So of course I said it anyway. All right, but here's the trick. So we've only got a visual approach, right? We can do visual straight, and we can insert that, okay? And what you want to do is that will create an RX and an RW waypoint. On the RW waypoint, you can set cross, and you can click on the altitude at, and you can enter some altitude, but it should be roughly the runway altitude. You can also enter a speed if you want to use FMS to automatically slow you down. Like 115, I find, is an insanely high speed for the PC-24, which is supposed to have a stall speed of around 83 knots. But the way they have it modeled, like you can't get anywhere near that. So that's one thing I wish they would fix in this. It is meant for short fields and like dirt runways and everything. It's got like these incredible flaps. Anyway, so we can set 115 and then we can go on FMS mode and it'll automatically set our speed to 115 once we cross that prior waypoint and we're heading for this one. So let's go and apply that. Apply is done. It stays up there even though you apply it. Okay, and then you can select this waypoint, cross RX13. It should already have these checked. And it'll be like a 3-degree slope, a certain, however far it is away from the runway. Usually not far enough for me, but you can go ahead and set in a speed here, like, you know, 145, right? Now, of course, if we're going to fly directly from here to here, we want to delete this discontinuity. And what we can do here is we can skip waypoint to look ahead in our flight plan at those final, at the final part of the flight plan here. Make sure everything's connected and going to do what we want. Now, we might say that this is insufficient, right? Maybe we don't like it. So what we can do is, let's say here, we can amend route. That's going to basically add a waypoint after this one. Okay. And so we're coming in on runway 13, right? We don't need this. We can do it here. So what we want is the reciprocal of runway 13, which is going to be runway 31, obviously, but we want the magnetic heading. So 312 is the magic number that we need here. So, and if you click this little thing, this should be magenta, and you can type into it using your keyboard. If not, let me do this first, and then we'll take a look. So we enter our airport, RPAL / so that's place, and then we want a bearing. Our bearing is 312, and then we want a distance. So let's say like 8 nautical miles. Okay? So enter. Well, now I'm not sure what happened here. They seem to have messed this up or something. Okay, so let's cancel that. Did they break this? RPAL. Oh, wait, that's not... Well, I mean, it put it right there. What? Oh, I didn't actually see this was doing that. Okay, so RPAL / and then again our bearing, which I think was 312. And let's do 10 nautical miles this time. Enter. There it is. Okay, and I understand what's going on now. So now what we actually want to do is we want to delete this waypoint, because why would we come way out here and then have to swing way in here like that, right? So we're just going to get rid of that waypoint, delete waypoint, delete this discontinuity. And now we have our custom place bearing waypoint. And then we have the 2 auto waypoints that it created when we entered visual and straight on our flight plan. So now this waypoint is 10 nautical miles out. Right? So that's going to be 5 nautical miles from here, 5 from there. So we're going to have 10 nautical miles to the runway to get all perfecto. And then again on this waypoint, you can set cross. So if you want to be down lower earlier, you could set an altitude here. You can also set in that speed. We're almost to the top of our climb here. Why are we not? We're getting very slow here. Because I did not switch into the right mode, that's on me. You need to hit FLC here when you get established on your climb. And really at this point we would be going way faster. I don't even know how fast, but let's say about here. Okay, so, right, these speeds right here, right? So at this point, 10 miles out, if I'm going a little under 200, I'll be able to drop my flaps. So let's go 190 here. Right, and then at this point, we'll automatically be going 190 knots. We can drop our flaps out when we get to the, actually before we get to the spot, it'll be going 190. It'll drop your speed down. Then you can drop your flaps, rapidly speed down to the next mark, and then that'll be low enough to get our gear and final flaps out and get on to final. And that'll happen during this segment here. Okay, so 190 on that, we'll activate it, and we can see, we should be able to see in our flight plan here. Yeah, see we got 190, 145, 115. Okay, we'll go back to that mode. Okay, we're gonna have to do this. I'm surprised it doesn't have a descent prep and everything, but so we're just gonna leave our passenger signs on. So seatbelts are on, no smoking, cabin lights are on. This is all basic stuff. I am not going to arm the speed brake per se. I have a switch. And of course we'll want to get our altimeter set when we get on site. I wish I'd pre-checked the flight plan and lowered the altitude. And I wish skip to descent was actually skip to the descent. Like you know, I'm going to be at 44,000. I want to come in at 44,000 and fly the descent. I want it to give me a few minutes of prep and then time to start the descent, right? And you know, don't throw me in with gears down and flaps out going, you know, I don't know how fast you end up going, but well over speed. I'm gonna try something this time too. Actually, let's check our settings real quick as well, because it might play into this a little bit. I love how I click on this and it just ignores me. So what do we got here? We got okay, what I want is one that's like this. And I'm going to get rid of that one and that one. That almost tricked me. So that this button is now just toggle spoilers, because this plane doesn't have reverse thrust. And what I found is that if you toggle reverse thrust, you can no longer use your throttle at all. Even though you don't have reverse thrust, you would think it would just ignore it, but nope. It locks it down. Alright, so we can now skip to descent. So what I'm going to do is we're going to start our timer so we can make sure what sim rate we're at. We're going to slow it down 2 notches. So 1, 2, and then we're going to skip to descent. And we're going to toggle spoilers immediately.
Overspeed.
Darkstar Charlie Tango Alpha Tree 8. You can cancel IFR. Continue VFR to your destination.
Pull up. Terrain ahead. Pull up. Terrain ahead.
Darkstar Charlie Tango Alpha Tree 8 contact Manila Center on 128 decimal tree. Good day.
Pull up. Terrain ahead. Pull up. Terrain
128 decimal tree for Darkstar Charlie Tango Alpha Tree 8.
Pull up. Terrain ahead. Pull up. Terrain ahead.
Manila Center, Darkstar Charlie Tango Alpha Tree 8, 1,800 feet.
Terrain ahead. Pull up. 5.
Darkstar Charlie Tango Alpha Tree 8, Manila Center, QNH 1011. Radar contact, continue.
Okay, cancel
Manila Center,
IFR.
Darkstar Charlie Tango Alpha Tree 8. Cancel IFR at this time.
Okay, speed brakes are coming in. First notch of
Darkstar
flaps is
Charlie
going
Tango
down.
Alpha Tree 8. IFR flight plan is canceled. Radar service terminated. Squawk 7000. Maintain VFR. Frequency change approved. Good day.
No, look where it put us to land. So nice. Okay, and we're still in slow time. So what we're going to want to do is just hopefully see the plane get stable.
Romeo Papa Alpha Lima traffic. Darkstar Charlie Tango Alpha Tree 8, 1 mile southwest, 1,700 feet. Inbound to land, runway 1 tree. Romeo Papa Alpha Lima traffic.
Okay, now it messed up our whole flight plan here, but we still have our RX coming in, and it still has our speed set. So what I'm going to do is just overfly the airport here a little bit, make a right turn, go out here a bit, turn around, and then head back into RX3. Sorry, RX13. Okay, so I feel like we're stable, so I'm going to sim rate up a notch again. And that will hopefully let the plane get caught up faster. We're still in slow time. Okay, and then back to normal. Alright, so we want to go to about, what, 31? Whoops. Oh, I'm turning the wrong knob, dang it. That's what I get for trying to not look at what I'm doing. Okay, heading knob, here we go. I was wondering why it wasn't moving. Alright, we set our altimeter. Technically we should tune into ATIS and get whatever, but... Alright, let's get our, let's go ahead and get landing and taxi lights on. So that's done. Passenger signs are on. Landing gear is not down yet. And we're not going to arm the speed brake technically. Okay, one thing we do need to worry about before we get too far here is we want to be at 1602 by this point. So we're pretty close to that. So we'll just go VNAV when we get turned around here. Alright, let's start turning here. You know, as a safety feature, I would make these knobs feel very different. And maybe they did. That one's kind of a star and that one's a little more round. But I think I would make them even more different. Alright, let's slow down a little. We'll go 135, that should be fine. We'll go ahead and get second notch of flaps down. Now all we need to do is direct to this waypoint with nav armed. So we can go ahead and do that. Direct to activate. And then we want to get our VNav armed, and we want to lower our altitude all the way down to the runway height at least. Now, and you want to see a top of descent on here. There we come. It's going to be that little strip there. And you can see our VNav guidance here. So we are below it. That's what you want. You want to come in a little bit below it. Now let's try FMS. And we're going to go ahead and go gear out, last notch of flaps down. And we'll be on our 5-mile final.
We forgot to retract landing gear, Captain.
That is another annoying bug. Alright. Want to see, yep, we got good Vertical speed.
Stall. Stall.
Yeah, this thing's not very good.
Stall. 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 Stall.
See, this is utter nonsense. This plane would not stall until it was down around 83 knots. And that's at max weight. There's no way you're stalling at 100 knots. So just stay in manual for now until they fix it. And go way too fast. And watch the auto throttle struggle. Okay, we got gear down, 3 greens. Where speed brake is semi-armed. Okay, we do have an 8-knot crosswind right now. That's why we're canted a little to the left. Headwind is dying out. Now, this won't necessarily fly to the right place is one problem. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the autopilot off. We still have auto throttle on.
100. 500.
Still have that 8-knot crosswind.
Romeo Papa Alpha Lima traffic. Dark Star Charlie Tango Alpha Tree 8 is on final. Runway 1 tree. To land, Romeo Papa Alpha Lima traffic.
Okay, we got our speed brake ready to go. Okay, short runway here, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut the throttles.
500.
There we go, come on. Speed brakes. Where are my brake brakes? Why aren't my brakes working? Oh my goodness.
Glad we've arrived.
Well, that should be the right one. Wasn't working for some reason. Alright, parking brake is set. Speed brake is... it's hard to tell. There's extended, there's retracted. Okay. And when I say it's hard to tell, I mean, let me see if they fixed it. Okay, extended. See? It says 0%. It's in the retracted position. There they go out. It's still there. Still out. Retract. Nothing. So you can't tell from looking at this, unfortunately. So that they have not fixed. But it is retracted now. Flaps are up. Landing and taxi lights. Let's get those off. Get nav and logo lights off and that off. And then we can, well, actually leave those on, and we want to yeah, I think we just so we can get our gens off, get engines off. Get the cabin's lights on. Then we can turn the beacon off. What's going on? Uh-oh, we're stuck. Well, okay. Uh-oh.
TAWS system test. Okay.
I don't want to announce taxi. We haven't got full credit for taxi to parking stand, even though we skipped to parking. So let's see if it has somewhere else we can park. That's the only place marked. Now the markings just went away.
Glad we've arrived.
There we go. Okay, now now we can get the engines off, generators off, taxi lights off, strobe off. And then that will be done. And we can get the batteries off. Whew, I was worried we weren't going to complete the mission. Like, still so many issues with that plane. I love the plane though. Just not so much career mode and not so much their buggy implementation of everything. Okay, if you say so. Neat location though. I'm sad that my brakes didn't work. It wasn't a, I mean, it wasn't a great landing, but it was okay. It was doing all right until the brakes didn't work and I ran off the end. Did finally get them working, but I need to remember that my cargo PC-12 is there. But like, I have no idea what companies these are in. Like, you gotta give me some clue here, people. Look, I'm kind of curious to try the Grand Caravan or the C408. C48 cargo, maybe? Or like if you go to a missions list for the plane, that would be good too. I guess with $1 billion, we could just buy planes wherever we want. Not that that solves the actual problem. There's our Boeing. We're gonna need juicy missions here. 8 million. KC is Washington, right? I mean, if we skip to descent, it doesn't really matter. I guess let's give it a shot. I haven't done this in a while. Yep, up in Washington. There's 2 offers for this mission. It's been a wee little while since I've flown the 737. Okay. We got an 8 million mission. Let's see what we have on fuel. We're gonna want more fuel even just to get up to altitude and skip. I don't know how much we need, but let's go ahead and go with this always kills me. The entire purpose of the screen, the only thing you can do on here is change the fuel. But you have to have a special option to change the fuel. Like why not let me do this and then say buy or sell, right? And or let me actually do my payload management here as well. But no. Okay, now we're gonna try to be smarter about this one. So what is the, and like their whole new cruise calculation thing is not working. Even, I've seen it work, but it's not working for this plane. I wonder if we can just go to like 190. Okay, let's send that to, well, we're gonna try that. Kind of a challenge to play so many different planes and go back and forth. Remember all the quirky things about each one. Airliners I'm generally not a fan of. Which is funny because it's all some people want to fly. I'm doing this for the science.
Good afternoon, everyone. SeaTac, here we come.
SeaTac, here we come. Okay, now this plane, we definitely want, okay, brake on rotary axis should be correct. And then, do I want spoilers and reverse thrust on this one? I guess that's okay. I can always just work the speed brake manually.
Captain,
Whoa.
it's Shelby from the cabin crew. Passengers ready for boarding, Captain. Waiting on your okay.
Okay, let's do it. Where's our thing? There it is. Alright, request boarding passengers.
Indy Ground, Dark Star Bravo Alpha Romeo 1312. Could you please get the passengers on board?
Dark Star Bravo Alpha Romeo 1312. The jetway is going to be connected.
Okay, are we on external power now?
Indy Ground, Dark Star Bravo Alpha Romeo 1312. Could you please send the baggage?
Dark Star Bravo Alpha Romeo 1312. Baggage is on the way.
Alright, let's try send to ATC again, just in case. We've not yet requested IFR clearance, so hopefully that'll be okay. I'd like to get a lower, that way we don't have to climb as high before we skip. Okay, and if we're on runway 5, that would make our heading be roughly 5. We can double check 5L, runway 5L. It's 49, close enough. So it looks like we're gonna probably end up taxiing around this way. Now we should be able to have, maybe we should sim brief this? There it is. And I believe it was kind to KC. Oops. And we want an altitude of 19,000 feet. And we are going to be departing 5 left. And I didn't catch the arrival. 34 right.
Luggage loading now complete.
5 left. Was that the same 34 right? 34 right. Oh, catering.
Indy Ground, Dark Star Bravo Alpha Romeo 1312. Could you please send the catering truck?
Okay.
Dark Star Bravo Alpha Romeo 1312. The catering truck is on the road.
Now, before, I thought there was a way to copy this route out. That's a bummer. Like, I swear there was like a copy route, right? There we go. Okay, let's go ahead and request IFR clearance.
Indy Ground, Dark Star Bravo Alpha Romeo 1312, ready to copy IFR clearance to Seattle.
Dark Star Bravo Alpha Romeo 1312 is clear to Seattle Airport by the DAWN1 departure. Mike Yankee Sierra transition. Expect runway 5 left, maintain flight level 200. Departure frequency is 127.15, squawk 6146.
Sorry about the flashing. Maybe if I use delete the other way, that yeah, okay, there we go.
Dark Star Bravo Alpha Romeo 1312, did you copy?
Ah, dang it.
Cleared to Seattle via the DAWN1 departure.
Boarding
Mike
finished,
Yankee Sierra
Captain.
transition, runway 5 left, maintain flight level 200. Departure frequency is 127.15, squawk 6146, Dark Star Bravo Alpha, Romeo 1312.
Dark Star Bravo Alpha Romeo 1312, read back correct. Contact ground on 121.9er. Good day.
121
Fuel
decimal
gauge reads
niner.
50%, Captain.
Okay, now don't we, are we all loaded up?
Indy Ground, Dark Star Bravo Alpha Romeo 1312, Gate Bravo 6, Information Zulu. Request pushback.
Dark Star Bravo Alpha Romeo 1312, Indy Ground. Pushback approved.
Okay, now we go flights, and then not sure I understand what's going on here.
Indy Ground, Dark Star Bravo Alpha Romeo 1312, requesting pushback.
Dark Star Bravo Alpha Romeo 1312. Pushback request accepted.
How do I reload?
Tow bar is set, Captain.
Lightning, flight mode.
You are cleared to start engines.
Unload. I bet that's it. Okay. Import flight from Innsbruck. What in the world is the route? That's not, is that the route on here? No. Okay. I mean, that's, it doesn't really matter because we're skipping to
Pushback
descent.
complete, Captain.
Indy Ground, Dark Star Bravo Alpha Romeo 1312 with Zulu, ready to taxi, IFR.
Okay, we gotta get things started
Dark
here.
Star Bravo Alpha Romeo 1312. Taxi to and hold short runway 5 left via taxiway hotel Romeo Echo Sierra Bravo 5. Contact tower on 120.9er when ready.
Taxi, hold short runway 5 left using taxiway hotel Romeo Echo Sierra Bravo 5. Dark Star Bravo Alpha Romeo 1312.
Okay, I know we want to get these on. We need, I need to get the APU started though. APU gen. We want to get the beacon on. Nope, that one. And then we want APU started. I hear it coming on. Should have had that on before, actually. And then APU gen on. Oh, these should have come on earlier. All right. Just go through here real quick. Master switch is on, right? Standby power is auto. External power, IRSS nav, cabin and utility power on. Emergency exits armed. Anti-collision lights off. Windows probe heat. Fuel quantity. APU gen switch on. We did that already. APU bleed on. I don't know if we got that on. Nope, we did not. Fuel pumps we got on already. External power off, collision lights, position lights, left and right packs should be off. Engine ignition switch right. Okay, we did that. And then this is on ground. And then that's on idle. Get the left generator on. Okay, right engine's coming up. Motoring. Okay, it's coming up. And I know we want to get the packs on, and we want bleed on. And down here we're going to want to get our ILS entered, but we can do that once we're in the air. Okay, let's just double check everything here. So generators on, Electrical on, left and right packs on, isolation valve is auto, engine bleed on, APU bleed can go off now, APU power can go off. Okay. Flaps, 1, 2, 3. Taxi lights on auto. Runway turnoff lights is required. There we go. Flaps at 5. Auto throttle, we will get armed in a minute. We're not going to do that right now. Flight director is on. Hey, both didn't come on at the same time. Okay, we want left and right engines in continuous. We want auto brake selector to RTO. We'll get landing lights on in a minute. VNAV, LNAV armed, runway heading, we did that already. Clock, thrust, engines, confirm, go around. Gears up, landing gear, okay. Alright, let's see if we can get our taxi done here. Now that we got this, maybe we could go to airport input chart, maybe? Can we go back to horizontal, maybe? Alright, now what did we get authorized for here? HRES Bravo 5. HR, like, well, why would it make us go all the way out here? And why did it, why did our pushback face us into the wall? Running over that dude.
Ladies and gents, our captain has turned on the fasten seatbelt sign. Please stow your hand luggage underneath the seat in front of you or in an overhead compartment. Make sure your seat back and folding trays are in full upright position. If you are seated near an emergency exit, carefully read the special instructions card located by your seat. A reminder that this is non-smoking flight, including the lavatories. If you have any questions, feel free to ask one of our attendants. Thank you. Ladies and gents, I'd like to direct your attention to the monitors, where we'll be demonstrating our safety procedures. Thank you. Ladies and gents, here are the safety procedures. There are identified emergency exits on this aircraft. Take a minute to locate the exit closest to you, including behind you. Count the number of rows to this exit. Should the cabin experience a sudden loss of pressure, oxygen masks will drop down from above your seat. Place the mask over your mouth and nose like this. Pull the strap to tighten it. If you're traveling with children, make sure your own mask is on before helping your children. In the unlikely event of an emergency, leave your carry-on items behind. Life rafts are located below your seats. Emergency lighting will lead you to your closest exit and slide. Now, make sure that all hand luggage is stowed away safely. While we wait for takeoff, please take a moment to review the safety data card in your seat pocket.
That seems like a new briefing. Longer. Alright, that was Hotel, then we go to Romeo, Echo, Bravo, and I don't know why it said Bravo 5. Echo Sierra, Bravo 5. That would take us to the runway. That seems wrong. So what I'm gonna do is probably what they would do in real life, which is go to Bravo and take it all the way down to the end of the runway. No, I guess I gotta go there to go to the hold short. That is so silly. I have half a mind just to take off from there. Is that enough runway? From here to there? I hate that. So close. This game loves to have you taxi down the runway. I don't think they do that much.
Indy Tower, Dark Star Bravo Alpha Romeo 1312, ready for departure. Runway 5 left, IFR to Seattle.
Dark Star Bravo Alpha Romeo 1312. Altimeter tree 019er. Cleared for takeoff runway 5 left.
Cleared for takeoff runway 5 left. Dark Star Bravo Alpha, Romeo 1312.
Alright, while we're taxiing down here, let's try that. And we can go exec. And there's still some data we need to enter here. wish I could see this or pop it out or something. We're gonna do full power. Five flaps. Move out of my way. VR 140. Oops, ran out of juice. Let's see. Probably should have done that first, but we're gonna go with that. Hey visitor, if you want to do voice chat, you can jump on the Discord. Oh, let's just dial this up just in case. Really doesn't matter. I wonder what the furthest distance anyone in 2024 has driven a plane on the ground. Can you circumnavigate the globe?
1, rotate.
Gear up. Whoa, bouncy.
Dark Star Bravo Alpha Romeo 1 Tree 12 contact Indianapolis departure on 127.15. Good day.
Going to 127.15. Dark Star Bravo Alpha, Romeo 1 Tree 12.
Okay, and you're supposed to give me vectors
Indianapolis
here,
departure.
buddy.
Dark Star Bravo Alpha Romeo 1 Tree 12 is at 1,600 feet climbing flight, level 200.
Dark Star Bravo Alpha Romeo 1 Tree 12, Indianapolis departure, altimeter tree 018, radar contact, continue.
Yeah, but you're supposed to like give me vectors or something. Passengers love 15-degree climbs, right?
Dark Star Bravo Alpha Romeo 1 Tree 12 contact Indianapolis Center on 11.55. Good day.
119.55 for Dark Star Bravo Alpha, Romeo 1 Tree 12. Indianapolis Center, Dark Star Bravo Alpha Romeo 1 Tree 12 is at 8,900 feet climbing flight level 200.
Dark Star Bravo Alpha Romeo 1 Tree 12, Indianapolis Center, altimeter tree 018, radar contact, continue to Sneva.
To Sneva.
Dark Star Bravo Alpha Romeo 1 Tree 12 contact Indianapolis departure on 127.15. Good day.
Passing
Going to
10,000 feet.
127.15, Dark Star Bravo Alpha, Romeo 1 Tree 12.
Get the autopilot on here. Auto throttles. I don't know why it felt the need to jerk it around so much. Go standard barometer. I think we need to turn a little bit. Let's go ahead and go Foyt. Legs. Foyt. And then we can do our LNAV. Top of climb arc here, 2.5 miles. We're almost there.
Good afternoon, ladies and gents. This is your captain speaking. Today, I'm assisted by co-pilot Sloan Beckham. Welcome aboard flight bar 1312, inbound to SeaTac. We are currently cruising at an altitude of 18,500 feet and at an airspeed of 200 knots. It's 2:55 p.m. On behalf of all crew members, we thank you for flying with us today. So, please sit back, relax, and enjoy the rest of the flight. Thank you.
Still getting the altitude wrong. Alright, so let's try this again. This time we'll have to do speed brake manually, but it's okay, I think. So we're going to slow down 2 on the sim rate and then skip to descent. Whatever you do, don't skip to descent with sim rate up high. That's really bad. Okay, we don't want speed brake. What we want is we want auto throttle on. We want to go. We have this on. We want to do altitude hold. Where are we here? Okay, looks like we're pretty good. So let's slow down a little so we have a little bit of time to sort out what's going on. 170 should be fine. It looks like it actually did pretty good. It put us on a flight path here. We've got autopilot on, we're on LNAV, so we seem to be following that. We've got 2 flaps out already. Got some pretty bad visibility, nice. Okay, we're still on slower than normal sim rate, but we need just a minute, so let's go to our arrival airport. Shoot, what is it? 34 right. 34 right, right? So ILS is 110.3. 1103. 1103. Nope. 1. Oh man, it's messed up. I'm gonna go. So I think we should be back on normal time now. This thing isn't gonna kill us.
Ladies and gents, we are approaching Seattle-Tacoma International.
What are you
Please
doing?
fasten your seatbelt and adjust your seat back and tray table to the upright position. Please secure your carry-on baggage in the overhead compartment or under the seat in front of you. All electronic devices must be turned off until the aircraft is parked. Thank you.
So what altitude are we at? We're at 6,000. Let's go buck. If we can find it. Let's just enter it. B-U-C-K. Uh-oh. I guess that doesn't do the same thing. Maybe we do have to go find it. This thing is killing me, man. Come on. Good Lord, come on. There it was. I don't know if we're gonna have time to get lined up here, actually. Thought we were okay, but yeah, we're really too close here.
Captain, we didn't retract the landing gear.
Shut up! Come on. We didn't get our course in yet. I'm gonna have to pause. There's no way. $34 right. Again, skip to descent, not on short final. Okay, 1013. But again, this is like broken. 1103. Prick, it's broken. Oh, maybe there we go. 110. Nope. You have to click every button twice, because that makes sense. Okay. And then we need our course set in. And we really need to be at 5,000 feet here. But you know what? I'm going to go down to 2,200 at least. Let's see if we can do VOR lock. Oh, we didn't get our course in. Shoot. I don't know what the course is. Should be around 3-4, right? There we go. I fear we are right there. Yeah, we're not gonna make this. We got gear down, we got flaps down. We're almost down to the glide slope. Wind's a little crazy, buffeting, but seems okay now. There's our glide slope. Lag. No lag in the real world.
400. 300.
Okay, we got a nice long runway
Sink
here.
rate.
Should be fine. Got a little out of control there.
200. Flight slow. Flight slow. Approaching minimums. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
That was a little sketchy. Still broken, I see.
Seattle Airport Information India, 0300 Zulu. Wind 205 at 4. Visibility 10. Sky condition. Few clouds at 3,400 feet. Few
And it's
clouds
broken?
at 4,900.
We'll just skip to parking since it won't let us announce our parking. I can't believe they haven't worked on some of these issues in the either beta. Like, I just don't care about career mode apparently.
Feet. Temperature 10. Dew point tree. Altimeter tree 0 tree 1. ILS runway tree 4 center. ILS runway tree 4 right.
Shut up. I didn't tune ATIS. I wish we give you more feedback, like what were they not happy with, and how much was that skipped descent? Still made 7 million off of it. So far I've not had any takers on the voice chat. If you're willing to give it a shot, I would like to just try it and see if it works. Not like anyone watches the stream. Like 3 people, maybe ever. But we all started somewhere. What I'd like to do is find some folks who want to like fly around. Co-op kind of stuff. Let's try a little short island hop here. Nowhere near that. Maybe like, let's just do 60. Straight out. And straight in. Send to ATC and avionics. Not that this plane has any working avionics. I do think I got the new version of the plane though. Because it's not doing the tick 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 thing.
Yankee Hotel India Delta traffic. Dark Star Bravo Alpha Romeo 1312, taking off runway 08. Departure to the east. Yankee Hotel India Delta traffic.
Okay, let's see. That should be up. Check our brakes. Parking brake works. And we have something of a working flight plan here-ish. Sort of see where we're going. Did it remember that that was taken down? Interesting. Alright. I wish even the newer planes had a set of gauges, like, you know, basic gauges. At least like an avionics mode where you could put up the basic gauges. Especially one thing I miss is the, like this style of climb, descend indicator. It's so much easier for me to notice that that's deflecting than the vertical speed tape kind of style, like the HUD style. What's happening? What are we going for here? Oh, I know what's wrong. Whoa, the winds are insane. What is this thing doing? Why do we have no speed? Oh my goodness. Oh, we're going down, we're going down. Send out the search party. Oh, perfect landing. Let's try that again. Oh, what's going on with my keys? Gonna start, huh? Well, we might need to reload. Try just restart, see if that works.
Yankee Hotel India Delta traffic. Dark Star Bravo Alpha Romeo 1312, taking off runway 08. Departure to the east, Yankee Hotel India Delta traffic.
Okay. One problem I see is all the fuel's like on one side. Okay, we don't have all that much. I wish they would fix this thing. It's like either show me what it's going to be or not. Like, it's just frickin' random. Okay, let's try this one more time. I can't tell what the flaps are doing, so I'm gonna go all the way down and then, is there a flap indicator? Let's go all the way down and up one. Set that. What is our course? 33 to start with, maybe. Seems good enough. Let's see if it will fly this time. Okay, first of all, parking brake is off. Okay. Brakes are working. Throttle up here. Okay, we've got full RPM on the props. Manifold pressure looks good. I have no let's put this back up. I have no control. Like, I was pulling all the way back and getting nothing.
Yankee Hotel India Delta traffic. Dark Star Bravo Alpha Romeo 1312, taking off runway 08. Departure to the east. Yankee Hotel India Delta traffic.
I don't know, do I need a lot more trim? Seems to work. Okay, we have a lot more speed now. Alright, ease off the manifold pressure, a little bit back on the prop RPMs. Really nice water effect with the different shades of blue. go altitude hold, autopilot. And then we need to get our heading back in here. That'll work for now. We could try nav and see what it does. I do like that you can fly with the window up. Ooh, I have no idea what was going on with this thing earlier. Another neat water effect, like a little mix of aquamarine in there with the I don't know, maybe it's supposed to be an algae bloom. A really nice shading on the water. Do I have the manual for this? I mean, I do. Do I have it open? I do believe that I do. Okay, so let's run through some checklists here. Our fuel pumps should be off. Off and off. Our generator should not be illuminated. Our gyro suction is good. Ammeter selector. Okay, we got good voltage and amperage on the port, and then the starboard also looks good. Go back to battery. Our various gauges here, cylinder temperatures are good. Oil temp is a little low, actually. Potentially. Everything else is green. Not sure what I should do about a low oil temp. start slowing down. Since we're just about there, let's go back on heading mode and let's turn out a little bit. I think we're actually going to do let's do a runway flyover. I believe it's going to be behind those trees right there, but I'm not certain. Oops. So we got some trees on this end of the runway. We should be coming in here. There's some trees, but we got clear entry. Off the autopilot. Off a little bit of speed here. Get back to 1,000 feet. Okay. Full prop RPM and rich. Notch of flaps, a little bit of power. Second notch of flaps, a little bit more power. We can descend a little now. Very short base. In fact, we overshot it by a lot. All right. Gear to get down. We got full flaps. Getting trimmed out here. Fighting the lag monster. Okay, we don't have anything fancy on this. No spoilers, no reverse thrust. Just need to get it on the ground and get the brakes on. Some turbulence and winds here. Wrong way on that one. Okay, fuel pumps are already off. I don't know what that sound is. Like, what's running? Yay. And then we can put everything on here. How are people supposed to get off? Okay, there's a door. We obviously have a door, but it doesn't seem to work. At least in this model. Can't even click on it there. But yeah, you can see the covers and the chocks. I forgot to get the stupid flaps up. And then pitot cover and gust locks. Anybody want to jump on voice? It's the famous Innsbruck. Oh wow, it picked a custom airborne point. That seems new. I'm curious to try it. What happens if you launch mid-air? That's not where it said it was going to launch. Let's pause for a minute. We didn't get one. What do we want to do here? Procedure. Is that what it picked for us? Arnav Zulu 8? Whatever. looks like this only has Yankee. Yeah, we're like away, like it showed us at a reasonable location to start off with, and now it's got us, I mean, we're practically right on top of the airport. Alright, let's unpause. And as one does, you turn straight into the mountain. I don't understand what's going on with my controls today. Okay, the autopilot was not on. Maybe it was earlier. Maybe it was fighting with me. I don't understand why I don't have control over the throttle. Oh, flaps are down. That's one problem. There we go. Okay, now that we're not fighting that anymore, I think it wants us to be at 13,000 feet to start this somewhere. Because it wouldn't be any fun if it wasn't a snowy approach into Innsbruck, right? So I stopped following the path because I need to make a U-turn up here. It's kind of hard when you're right next to the place you need to sync up with. It's going to be hard enough as it is. Alright, and we are going to be going through snow, so let's get all of our ice protection on. Okay, that's about 13. So I'm going to attempt to hand fly this. Wow, little mountaintops peeking up through the clouds. So apologies in advance if I crashed. Alright, we're going the wrong way, my friend. So we want to drop down to 10.6 by that next waypoint. We can be above it, but all right, say goodbye to the sky.
Vertical track.
Okay, now we're looking for 9.6. We're looking for 8.3. We're a couple hundred feet low at this waypoint. Now I don't have any vertical guidance, and it's almost like I'm on a missed approach or something. Did I fly over the runway and miss it? Because it had me up at 8,000 feet. Way up here, right? That's what I thought. Runway 8. 1,900 feet. Okay, gear down, flaps. I really need the force feedback model, but I need them to work. It sounds like they don't work right. Or I would have already bought one. But you can't feel any of the pressure the way you should. But I was kind of low there, and I couldn't get trimmed out. See ground. Oh wait, we're not supposed to go 100% flaps if we have ice. Okay, I think well, no, maybe I don't see a runway. A little low on the glide slope. We got 3 greens on the gear. We have 50% flap. That's all we're allowed. With the icing, we're a little low. Bringing in a little power. I see a runway. Bringing in a little more power for a sec. There we go. Winds are low. Just gonna need to correct heading here just a little bit. Flag. Way off the center line. It almost looks like a fire up here on the hill. The way the lights are dancing around there. Early on in my 2024 career, I did a lot of flights around Alaska in the bad weather. That was a lot of fun. Mostly in the PC-12. How come that plane gets to park here and I don't? I should get a full-size parking spot. That 777 is huge though. Look at that thing. Not a normal passenger perspective. I'm not going to taxi all the way over there though. I'm not on a mission. I wanted to see what this plane was. Does it have wings? Okay, there it is. I'm guessing it's an Embraer of some type? Ah, okay. Yeah, the 500. I'm looking forward to getting some of those biz jets. I've never used the cap system and I've never used the auto land system. I need to try it sometime. Right, we should. No, I should head off. Or even better, we could do wait, why do we have this if we're in not that, come on. Trying to get a good screenshot here. Let's just see where it wanted us to park. Wow. How? Like, nice try. I'm glad I didn't drive over it. Man, look at this little tiny jet, medium-sized jet, giant jet. Want some fun in the sun? Hurts. I wonder how much they paid for that. What else we got here? Ski City, Innsbruck. Little waiting areas. Nothing in the tower though, right? Oh, there is! There's a whole control room in the tower. I've never looked in the towers before. There's even multiple floors. This is too fast. Let's change drone speed, maybe? Nope. Wow, okay. Okay, that's kind of a fake room. Interesting. Look at this whole thing here. With a little bit of effort and improved character motion, you could be able to enter these places and wander around. Is there an inside of a 777? Nope. Where's the light reflection coming from? That's a weird effect. Some weird semi-mirror effect there. But that's like all that fake window thing. I forget what they call it. So last call, if anybody wants to join the Discord voice chat for a minute, just help me test it out. Because I'd like to make sure that the audio makes it onto the stream if it's set up right. Discord. Nope. Okay. Well, I'm out for tonight. Y'all have a good one. Good night.